In this report, we're looking at a crosstab with number of sales per salespersons. And I would like to use this crosstab as basis for a so-called benchmark analysis. I would like to be able to select one of these salesperson and then highlight that salesperson in relation to the other ones. For that, I'm going to create a new user dimension. And this user dimension, let's give it a proper name. Let's call it salesperson's benchmark. And of course, we're also going to add a couple of members here. And those members are actually special members. Notice that I don't apply any criteria. Just click my OK button and it'll turn up as a total member like this. I would like to rename this. I'm going to need a so-called selected member. With regard to translations, let's just delete those so that it will turn up as selected. And a second member, which are identical to the other one, no criteria, but we'll call this one my all member and also delete the translation from this one here. Now for the all member, I'm going to control which criteria will affect that member. So I'll go here to ignore dimensions on this member, and I would like to ignore dimensions coming from my salesperson dimension, like this. Okay, and that. So now things are being ignored when we have criteria coming from salesperson dimension. Right now we see the same data in both columns here, the selected column and the all column. But now if I go here and add my salesperson dimension to the criteria bar, and then go and select one of the salespersons, could be Bert Forster for instance, you can see that the selected column shows data only for Bert Forster, while the all column that ignores criteria from my salesperson dimension shows data on all salespersons. Okay, so this crosstab is just to show you how things work. I'm actually going to use a bar chart instead. So let's go and duplicate this crosstab. It goes there. And also, I would only need to see the all column. So through visibility, I'm going here to hide a range of my salesperson benchmark, those two columns. And I'm going to hide the first column. So I'll just apply it right away here. So now we only got the all column. And then we can turn this crosstab into a bar chart like this with the yellow bars on all salespersons. But in fact, we would like to highlight the selected salesperson, the Bert Forster in this case. And for that, we're going to add a color agent, a default one. And this one is going to color things green. And the condition for this is, well, it's actually where we have a value in the first column, the selected column. So I'm going to use my count function for that. I'm going to look into my D1 column, my selected column, and whenever that value is non-zero, or in other words, different from zero, this count, it means that we do have a value. And once we do have a value, we would like to add a color to it, in this case green. So in this way, we get Bert Forster turned green. We don't need the legend over here. So I'll just go into properties of that and hide the legend like this. So now we got it like this. We can go into consumer mode and just focus on the bar chart, currently looking at Bert Forster. But if we change it to loop alignment, we can see that our benchmark analysis is highlighting the selected salesperson.